9-1 win. Two numbers in either team's name, but only one of these teams will come up with the most important number, the 2-1. It's Overpass, and we are not wasting time in this pistol round. One win. They like to get into things, and they're doing exactly that. Full 5 play outside the fountain. A 9 are decently positioned for this now. Two more players in connector can come up to group, but with the full long play, they're going to circumvent almost all of this defense.
Oh yeah, if they loop back into mid, it's not good. But if they continued up long, that's really nice. It's just goofy, really, in defense. I feel like these two players on the extremities for one win, surely they're going to get sandwiched between all these CTs.
Oh. Unless they rip off one half of that sandwich. There we go. The trade's even. This is all good. Yes, you may have lost the periphery players. Look at Deco. He's gotten so far forward. There's no way Kylar expects that. And they've gone B. They've gone B. They're just leaving Deco to do what damage he may. And in the meantime, this bomb plant is guaranteed.
Is a kit, though. Is a kit on Minio.
Play.
Oh,
there's no
so
world.
Smart.
There's no world where you expect Boomich here. If Minio clears this, he's a god. Of course he's not going to clear it. There's no world. There's no world. And that's the kit. That's the kit down, Alan. They've cut it off. It's all on Decay. He's got to go forth and find these frags so quickly. Spots Boomich. Boomich just has to avoid giving him the fight, and they win.
This one's over. Absolutely over. Doesn't have the time. Going to try and force a fight, but even if he fails Boomich, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter with Nickelback left alive. And you're right. Boomich up close. Wholly unexpected. Nickelback was taking his contact as well from short. And there is no universe where Minio ever clears the close right. What a roller coaster of a pistol round. Felt like we saw the whole map throughout that round.
Golly. That's a nice one. That's a good one. One win. Going in heavy on this first round. 4 rifles up. Just the one SMG in the hands of Boomich. The other side, the 4 spy coming through. Okay, hero of nuke. Thomas in this one. And a hefty stack here on the B site. A stack that one would look eager to trip into. First contact found. Forrester takes that contact, succeeds. And there's no commitment, of course, so now the counter utility starts to get baited out. The little drips and drabs of smokes and nades that are available from 9. They're panicking. They're ready to throw on contact. The contact's not going to come just yet. One win, content to play with the clock here.
The more presence they show more here on B, the more confirmation one win get that they're making the right call by rerouting. We've seen 2 smokes here now, close together. I think it's now an easy call to clear mid. 9 are trying to make a reaction. But as long as one win don't get caught out, it should be fine. Maybe one win even just stack with 4 onto one of these sites. They've got no info really at all at the moment. What's the call going to be? Now Monster Smoke hurts a lot more than it helps. They missed it. Forrester's in front of it. He's saying they've missed a smoke. I can't see anybody. It's up there on the train tracks. And one winner made the right call. There's nobody here. No, nobody home. Just a dry run as they take this B-bomb site.
Always nice to get these rounds easy. 17 seconds. Hades from heaven. Okay. Some questions, but the bomb's made its way over, and that was really the one chance to disrupt on the timing. If they drop the C4, it's not going to matter. Otherwise, the scout and the armor will try and be saved. Minio committing this. It's a full set of armor. I mean, it's worth having, but okay, he wanted the FAMAS, and now he's out. Back and away is the idea. This gives them at least 2 guns to play around in the next round, but it should be all they have. You'd imagine everyone else is just saving for the future.
Yeah. I think Minio can drop his... Do you have a Deeg? You can drop that over. And maybe Hades recovered the same. We'll see. So maybe there's a little bit more punching power than just these 2 weapons. But either way, for one win, clean conversion off the back of the pistol. They will be rosy, feeling very rosy after that one. 157 dropped over. So, yeah, as long as they navigate away from particularly the FAMAS, shouldn't be too troublesome.
He's putting armor behind this. He's got the loss bonus, I think, to buy an op regardless with 2,700 saved. Otherwise, the smoke was the only investment into this round. Ah, it's a connection. Dink goes back both ways, though. Deco getting that. That was a straight dink with the MAC-10. Lack of a hat. Hurting Hades here. It's chilly.
Deco's very nervous. He's quite far from a teammate. Boomich is holding his long. But one would need to choose where the next chess piece is going to land. Decent util, so think about a bit of mid control perhaps.
It's going to be interesting with Kylar's late position in connector. He's just got an unarmored pistol, right? There's not much to show for this, but because they haven't cleared this, they're going to have to pay so much focus to it, and it allows them the information that they're rotating it. He's going to risk it. Kylar, the timing is perfect. He's got a rifle down, and there's no one else to trade this. So now they're coming in monster, but the information, it's queued off. They know exactly what's happening here. This is getting way too interesting if you're a one-win fan. Utility going to sail over. Pistol's filling all the gaps that have been left. They can find Deco here. They'll do exactly that. There's only one dimension to this approach. It's going to get so very messy. And the bodies are hitting the floor, and they're all on the side of one win. What a round for 9 to pull through. That position in connector just too valuable on the information warfare front.
One win just so nervous to take any map control. As soon as Deco gets dinks up at the start. Oh, attacked up with the scout. He's just so scared. As are his teammates. They don't clear connector, they don't clear mid. And they pay a heck of a price. Massive debt repaid in the end. 4 in defense on B for 9 by the time the exec in. They had a little bit of information. They get on that smoke as well by the barrels next to the pillar. And it just makes it so hard for one win to do anything. Thank God the round before was ever so clean, or this buy would be looking a hell of a lot worse.
Okay, 1 for 1, not catastrophic, but good damage done with a FAMAS with a limited weapon. This time, though, they do focus in on connector. Problem is Kylar is whittling off the pieces elsewhere on the map. The fountain proving to be a bit poisoned. Deco can't connect the shot. Gets himself the upgrade. Forrester peels back the numbers. K's under pressure, but as we've seen before, K usually up for it.
Hope he doesn't scale back towards the site while that boost is up. Doesn't do so. Nade's coming over for heaven, but K gets the first. No trade potential. And look at the HP on these guys. So hard for them now to commit onto the bomb. So maybe Nickelback even saves here, honestly. Shorty's got no chance of even recovering this bomb.
Well, this has suddenly turned into a booming start for 9. That force buy now having legs to it, bringing in the follow-up round as well. Means that you've got a great platform to mount a defense from. They've built a foundation. They've laid a brick or two. It's time to keep building up these walls, and for one win, the Wrecking Ball is going to be very, very tiny in this round. It's more like a little, like maybe it would knock over a Jenga tower, Alan.
It's like a conker.
That's about all you can
Conker
get.
on a string.
A conker?
Yeah. You know, you don't play conkers in the States?
I don't think so. Conker.
Look it up. Just type in, yeah, anything like that.
Yeah, no, this is a new
classic
one.
schoolyard game.
It's a chestnut.
Same thing. We call them conkers.
Huh. Yeah, this is a totally new one for me. How to play conkers. World Conquer Championships. There's a World Conquer Championships, Alan.
It's a pretty simple game. So you both have one conker on a string, or a chestnut, as you'd call it, and then you take turns. One of you will stand there dangling it, and then the other will swing theirs at it, and then you take turns with the swing, and then whoever cracks and falls in half first is the loser.
Oh, and these are horse chestnuts specifically. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Before the introduction of the horse chestnut, they played with acorns or snail shells. Fun fact.
Minio has no idea they're this far up long. This could be a heck of an engagement.
Oh. Finally an opener here for one win. They'll be grateful for that. Now they've got so much control towards A. There's nobody here. Goofy's trying to rotate up to offer some sort of resistance, but even that, he's low. 25 points of health. He's looking about as hollow as a conquer here. Might be about to get smashed.
Nine have this B short water control, but at what point do they sack that in favor of, just saying we haven't seen anything on B for ages? Maybe we should start leaning elsewhere. K's going to come off. Actually, Hades is on the angle. Gets pushed off in the end. We see how these rotates continue to develop. But for the moment, 9, they do have the numbers in the right place.
They absolutely do. And if you can find the timing on this push for Kylar up connected, this could get really deadly. He's being activated. He's coming through. There's actually another flank in Con, but the timing might be a little awkward. Getting slowed down. Just need to have impact. K from the side. He's got 1. He's got 2. He's got the 3rd as well. Kylar barely even needs to have an impact here, and he's come in for the last kill. All on a Forrester. 13 seconds. He can't win this round on time. He can't win this round on fights. He's going to be forced to back away to save with an empty belt of utility, just his gun and armor to take into the next. This was looking so good for a 1 win, but they slow so far down that 9 have all the time in the world to adjust.
This game has taken one heck of a turn.
It's such a world of difference from the first map where they were just flying into every fight decisively. They're so slow in how they approach A that they're finding vacant sites and then just never taking them.
The dynamics of the maps are quite different. We haven't seen any explosive B plays from 1 win, or you can do stuff where you're faking map control on A into then pulling them elsewhere and then trying to hit B. None of that just yet. And I mean, K's been an absolute beast. Just a complete monster. He's the rotator, and he's seemingly in the right place every single time. Not to mention, mechanically, he is absolutely insurmountable.
Oh, nice kill for Kylar. Nice one found. That could be the decisive one. K once again activating here from Khan. Usually it's been Kylar in this position, so having seen him elsewhere, they might feel a little bit too comfortable. And indeed, no one's looking. Bomb down. Nickelback in command. Quickly, they're realizing the remaining players might be in bathrooms. Deco, he's got a chance to do something interesting here. Oh, you got to get that bomb. You got to get that bomb, Deco. Well, may never get an opportunity to do so. Likely wouldn't have made a difference. But as it is, it's a 5th round on for 9.
Maybe they should already start pausing 1 win, because it's looking very flat thus far. Since the guns have been in play. K has been brilliant. Left eye peek there doesn't favour him. That's why he goes down. He's also kind of looking towards the divider side, so expect another player on that section of the toilets. Here's our much needed pause. No surprises there. Quick discussion for the 1 win squad as they talk through this T-side campaign. It's been a decent map for them. They played it a few times with this lineup already, so surely they've got a few ideas in the tank. Got to produce the right one though. A lot of pressure on Nickelback, I guess, in particular.
Molotov down. Early control attempting to be exerted, but just a little bit of a feint, a little bit of a duel. Hades is pushed off. He'll give up the crown, not wanting to give away the op early on. Again, connected could be huge, but this time 1 win want to take this space. They will have it for a moment, and eventually Nickelback does seize the moment, seizes the occasion, seizes the chance.
I feel like Minio was lining up a flashbang for a second for his teammates, but it didn't come to be. But all the short pressures of Ruse, Minio putting nades in there, watching the double monster push. Oh. The dink is good, but the frag is even better. Man advantage attained by the CT side, and it's going to funnel all the terrorist players into A at this point after losing Deep Monster.
Hades is even peeking around the dice box. They want this information. Nickelback's close up. They'll all come down to this A play, but with the AWP and Minio available, it's going to be tough. 2 crosshairs to overcome. What's the util like? Just flashes. If they can get a kill, fade away, throw flashes to come back in for another. There's opportunity here. Deco knows. Deco knows. Molotov to make that uncomfortable, but it just sets up Hades to back away. They don't know Minio's here. They don't know Minio's here. He's going to capitalize. Bomb dropped as well. That was the most valuable player to find. Deco takes out the AWP support, but they have to cross for this C4, and they're running out of time, and Minio's capitalizing. 20 seconds. Nickelback out of position. The cavalry here. The rotation's on. Nickelback just desperately wants this 1 kill, but Goofy knows he does. And he'll punish him for seeking it.
This CT side is starting to look excellent. It's so proactive. So many different looks. Kylar, he might only go 1 for 1 in connector, but he does so much to disrupt that default. And by calling that he sees 2 in connector, and from there they can have a pretty good guess that it's a kind of an A default. That's where that B play comes from. That's all that information seeping in, and also a bit of prep as well, I guess, because of knowing how this T side loves to default on their normal rounds. And it's just a half by here, and I think the intent is obvious. It's going to be a B round with all these guys over.
Pretty transparent, yeah. The double hold in towards connector could be spicy for this. They're abandoning it. I was going to say you could get the boost up over the window, or just the straight quick rotation. They'll need that quick rotation. Boom, Mitch down for the count. He's done good damage, but now it's up to his teammates to try and carry this through. They're making it spicy, but not enough. Not nearly enough. 9 sees a 7th. They continue to trundle forward, and 1 win could die for 1 win at this point. They need something, anything to build on.
Yeah, Hades is going to regret not waiting until his teammates took contact before coming through that smoke. But either way, they had all the info. They had all the players over. And something's got to give here for 1 win. 9 have played into connector a lot of rounds. Kylar seems to be his domain. And look at the call, a free A start from 9. They are supremely confident after the previous that 1 win are not going to throw in a B focus round. And Kylar is out for blood. Oh, the flash is just too effective. Never given an opportunity. But are they going to expect another rifler up close and personal?
Neo trying to back off, but Boomich has got him. Here's the entries from Boomich. This is what he's been giving for them so many rounds in this series, and he's waking up here on Overpass. The damage that he can do just as a single dynamo unit. They're sending him out. No one's with him. What are his teammates waiting for? Some sort of a counter response and just sending Boomich blunt force into the AWP. Yeah, he's found it, guys. But congratulations, none of you are close enough to do anything about it.
I think the logic is that 9 have played a lot of rounds of Hades starting B, and then those 2 riflers playing A, and I guess he felt we've killed 1 deep mid, we've killed 1 out the top of connector. Maybe there's nobody else here, but he wasn't right. Certainly was not. And 9 are so committed to this double B setup. Hades on an absolute island. They're not in a position to take any information on B, nor do they look incentivized. If the status quo remains, Hades needs to go nuclear.
Vaulted down, pressure on. What has Hades got? He's backed into the corner. See if they can put Hades in the corner. They can indeed, and drop him down there. Even with the massive lead they've built up, 9 need to save here. This is just a hopeless situation. So the door is opened for 1 win to make something of this half. A decisive round win. And this is far from out of control just yet. Got a game on our hands, Alan.
Yeah, Underworld beckoning there for Hades, especially with the flames all around. Very fitting. We like to see it. But 1 winner got some grit to them. Unless the mini-map was deceiving me, Minio mollied himself in or at least he mollied down the bottom of connector and then ran into it and took a tick. And that's why they were looking at him. I rarely see the mini-map be wrong, so I think he might have been his own worst enemy. And from there, the A defense was like paper to a knife.
If you fold the paper enough times, you can withstand the knife.
Do you ever watch the show Mythbusters?
Yes, many a time.
Did you see the one where they see how many times they can fold the paper?
Yeah, the giant piece of paper?
Yeah.
I did, but I don't remember the conclusion. Oh, Kylar. Kylar dumpstered early, tried to get aggressive, found the brunt of everybody and many flashbangs as well. So again, 1win's hot streak continues on here. So they've got another opening 5v4. Nine immediately seed all of this ground outside A. You got Hades watching towards long. You've got K trying to shift up to help him. They've got the aggressive posturing and construction, which is why they're making this gamble. But they are going to allow 1win in towards the spot. Deco's seen him. Deco's got the read on the next position. Knew how that setup was supposed to work. And now K is under so much pressure. Molotov on a little bit deep. K trying to find the space here. Fortunately for him, 9 will get the kill outside of B. That'll allow them to start to rotate up reinforcements. Still, K's under pressure. Smokes are coming in. They're going to hit. What can K do? He's going to go into the fight. That's brilliant. Gets one. Traded out. But at least something to allow his team the possibility of contesting this post plant. Nickelback says no.
Maybe Goofy's just going to save. Nickelback. What a frag to find. That bomb was so far off. If he loses that duel, smokes fade. Bit of a struggle to get the bomb even planted, so shout out to Nickelback with that frag. Deco with a good spot and conversion also. As 1win, despite a very rocky start to their T-side campaign, losing the third round up against an eco, cascading into an absolute, well, a cauldron of losing rounds. And they're fighting back. They are fighting back. Even so, 9 banks up such a massive reserve. They can still invest just fine into the following.
I think this is where it finally ends. I think. I'm not an accountant. Not good at it. Might be a little bit more to store. It depends on whether they want that AWP up. It's been a point of pride for them in previous rounds.
It should be okay. Hades can self-buy it, and K can surely drop a rifle.
I mean, they don't even need K to drop a rifle. If he drops the up, then everybody gets full util.
Yeah, that's probably the play. Pauses in. Big discussion.
I don't know.
What's
Self-buys
the move,
it.
boys?
K gets to keep money. Free him from the burden of having to think about util. Just let him click. He's going to go for the aggro peek, it looks like. Posturing early on. Moving through. Utility sailing out. I think this is the quick pick. Attempt. Nope, never mind. Smoke drop. Think better of it. Didn't have it.
Didn't quite have the spawn to really be incentivized. Deco equally thinking it could be a connector peek, but it's all good in the hood. At least he calls out. Can't see anything here, boys. Can default elsewhere. As they start thinking about some A control. Very slow and reserved T side. You're right. The Mirage T side all hinged on them taking mid spawns, getting out fast. Nothing of the sorts here. Maybe the gravity of the situation starting to weigh in a tad too. As they know they let it slip on nuke. Upper bracket into the grand final is such a monstrous advantage, and
yeah,
well, it'd be painful to let that slip through your fingers.
Certainly would. Hades can have some opportunities here. They go for the run boost. It works. And Hades is not going to attempt a second. Done. Give it up. Give up the angle. Give them the opportunity. Back away. Live to fight for another engagement. 35 seconds. Time is becoming a serious issue here. You still got a Fiedler. And as I say that, Forrester will pay it off. Okay. Interesting that the result here from 9, knowing that Forrester's usually left as a solo unit, is to propel a third player in towards A. They're making a bit of a gamble, a bit of a read here, and it's absolutely correct. Hades forced in the bathrooms. Kylar takes the first strike. He's traded, but they're not going to expect the player Already B here. Hades trying to wrap around. He's missed his opportunity, and that could be hugely costly. The bomb's now down. 4 players still up. 1 win. Prime position. If they can deal with Hades, this one's over and done. And Hades, he's flanked out. He's got players at both sides. They're pressing in on the op, and yet somehow he still comes up with the kill. Time an issue now, but they do have a kit. It's on K, and he's already going to get on the bomb. Here's the defuse. It's not planted for them. It's not planted for them. Deco putting it through the truck. It's way too late. 9 snatch the round. K will be the lone survivor, but that is a slick maneuver.
How has Hades lived that long? Forrester is sat in balloons, posted on divider, thinking, this is easy. Easy kill for me when he peeks back up and I have no idea. He's so focused on the site and the player up close trying to harangue him down. But Hades survives for so long. The bomb plant is not good for long. They'll regret not planting wider or just doing a default plant. That would have been good enough. But I guess they were so scared of Hades, they had to do it safe on the truck. Ooh. It's getting spicy. It's getting very spicy. The one angle about this, for one win, that they should keep in mind is there is no cash in reserve for 9. Absolutely nothing, and they are on minimum loss bonus. Lose this round, and they will not have a full buy whatsoever before the end of this half. In fact, they'll probably force twice if they lose this.
Never a fun position to be in.
Yeah, this is double digits for 9. Or 1 win have actually made a great half out of this.
Pass play here in towards Khan. That gets caught. Travis trying to catch Kyler off guard, but he was ready for it. So, the early 5v4 goes the way of the Polish squad, and that's usually been a pretty strong indicator so far on Overpass. It's held true to the normal statistic. It's hard to bring these rounds back. They need a hero play. And Travis, he was a monster. Their previous engagements, not done much here.
Long control is in. Flash will be heard. Be short next up on the clear. And 9 need to make a decision. 3 players. 3 players in towards B short is way too much, especially now with this confirmation. Ooh. But Deco just peeked straight into Hades?
Yep.
Ooh. Punish big time. Big time.
The utility's slim at this point, too. They've got a smoke 2 flashes. Starting to feel a little threadbare with 5 players still up. 1 win are going for the long rotation. Or is this just a save? Okay, they've actually caught a kill now. Nickelback
they're so far off, aren't they?
Off. Yeah, 24 seconds. They're saving. Wow. Not very often that you see that, especially when Deco's got 7k to spare. Forrester 4k. I mean, this feels a little conservative to me, Alan.
I guess they just feel like they didn't have any window. Maybe they also had some confirmation that they'd lost all that B control. I think, certainly with our information, it probably was the right move. They were absolutely kind of sandwiched into the toilet side trying to get up A if they wanted to try it. But, yeah, it certainly doesn't imply necessarily the greatest confidence, especially when the money was so bad. If they get 3 kills there, 9 are again in a position where if they lost this, the buy in the next would be Deagle armor. But now they've got a bit of breathing room, especially if any saves come in, and they're making a very good season campaign out of this overall. It's got a bit rocky in the middle, but they found firm ground. No landslides here.
Flank on. Kylar finds the first blood from Connector. He strikes spotted the next as well. So now Hades capitalizes on that information.
B's open. B's open.
Deleted. There's a chance here for B. There's no vision on towards the site. Goofy from heaven is the only defense they've got. If there's a smoke to cover this off, a bomb plant looks like a sure thing. This is a risky fight, though, around the pillar. They'll trade it 1 for 1. A chance at this round. The boost up, though. Capitalizing on information. Those players are stuck here. They're wary of the flank, but it's the player at front that they need to watch for. Deco doesn't even realize where that came from.
Did they? How's he not
He's so
dead?
fortunate they didn't kill him. Oh, into the water they go. It's all into Deco. He doesn't know where they're at, but he's got the sight line. He can't hit the shot, and down he goes to the dirt. A defuse on double digits for 9. They are in full control of Overpass.
That was millimeters from being a 2-for-1 for Deco. And from there, a 1-on-1 with no nades for the CT player. Deco wins that. Got a bit of a haircut. Did one of those 9 players. But, we'll take that any day of the week. Double digits for them. Wow, this has been a real grind to get this many rounds for 9, but they're making it good. They're slightly more clutch. They're better in these after plants. K has been brilliant. Kylar has come alive in the last few rounds, and wow, Deco wants something to say about that one.
Forrester, 1-for-1. This is looking all right for 1 win. A 5th round would at least give them a basis to build back in, as we saw on Nuke. Sometimes that's enough. Kylar pressured here, and he goes down, and now this is really tough for 9. Players completely sectioned up. Individual plays required to bring this one back into the realm of possibility, and Minio's going to be the first up to the plate. Oh, he may have slipped the net. They're not checking. Uh-oh. Alan, they didn't check him. Oh my goodness, Minio. He's going to get spotted. He only gets 1. They're able to get away. They're able to slip away, but now the pinch is in. Goofy slips into a position, and he's seen. He's spotted. They can go down. They don't have to deal with him whatsoever, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They'll play it safe. The opportunity was there, but Minio, he couldn't capitalize for more than 1, and with that moment missed, this is now going to be a heck of a 1v3 for Goofy to try and pull off.
Just so many nades with that in front, but it's not going to be 5 rounds as 1 win mounts a little bit of a recovery, but overall 9 look in prime position. Double digits in the final map of the series. They're feeling very happy in the tail end. Who's going to be in the grand final? We'll find out in the second half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com. love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
One more half to play, and one win who looked so dominant for so much of this series now find themselves on the back foot. Nine have done it the hard way. They've done it as an absolute battle. But let's see if they can make good on this. Bring themselves through. Deco finds first contact. He's traded out immediately, but they know where they are. They know the information, and they just want to fight. It's all coming up. Nine through the body goes Boomich to find one. This at least possible. They're going to chase him down. They're going to chase him down. That nade is chunky. Oh my goodness. Body shots might be enough. And Boomich, he resets his angle. They're going to commit to this battle with him, but it works out. And Forrester is left to try and recover a 1v3. He's not even got armor.
Yeah, Hades already has the space. As long as they don't overface this heaven position. Get the bomb down. Hades surely has this. Forrester says no. Is this really on?
All right. All right. Getting down from heaven's a nightmare. Right, the reposition's already coming in as well. There's a duel with K on site. Minio next up, and K plays it to perfection. That got weird for a moment, but a moment is all
what an
they
absolute meat grinder in mid. Absolute meat grinder. I think there were 4-9 players, and whilst there were 3 1-win players in Connector, and whilst there was another 1-win player, I think, in Long Toilets. Yeah. Everyone just typed in chat, meat in mid before the round. And, well, 9 had more meat. A big helping.
Do you like some meat, Alan? But,
that's, yeah.
So welcome back from that one. Oh, we got to push out from Forrester, trying to take a little bit of information to at least indicate where they should put this stack. Full gamble towards B for now, and, well, nothing doing for it means it might be time to get away.
I like steaks as much as the next one. But, yeah. I found an Argentinian steakhouse earlier, so I might have to try it out.
Interesting. Intriguing.
In a market.
Definitely a good sign there. Quick access to the steak. Right next to the butcher, maybe. Travis, the boost up pays off. That's the rifle showing through. So one kill, but it's not going to hold them off the site. That's what they need to do. And, well, wrong place, wrong time. The kill, if anything, just tipped them off.
Whoa!
All right, Travis.
We call that ambitious in the business.
To say the least.
Wowzers. Well, maybe a statement from Travis that he's not going to play cautious at any point, despite the scoreline. But this is ideal for 9, isn't it? Already a 10-5 half. They lost the first pistol, but they did get an early eco win, which really spirited them to such a monstrous defense in the end. But they'll be up to 12. Especially if Boomich dies, it's not really going to be anything in the following round. That's what a nickel back. All right. AK recovered. It's looking a lot better now. Or not.
My AK. Hello, Khalil. Oh, no. We still got the AK.
Yeah.
All good.
It's ferried up for him in the end.
That's nice.
Pass the parcel.
AK makes it through, but, I mean, that might be a bitter pill. Consolation prize on the end of this because it's a 7-round deficit, Alan.
Yeah. I mean, if this is the first half, we're thinking, good damage, carried an AK over, but they're actually going to... This buy is on the edge. Look at this. No nades, basically. Forrester is a full set, but outside of that, we are limited options. The only big virtue in their favor is that maybe 9 doesn't expect to buy. Well, they certainly know now, don't they? And it's looking good. Yeah, I don't think 9 would have expected to buy here. So, that was the biggest advantage 1-win had. And that cat is out the bag.
And now that they've lost this kill as well, I mean, it turns from like an advantage of the surprise to, oh my god, if we lose this, we lose all the guns.
Yeah.
What do we even have to think about? Nickelback under pressure, Nickelback alone, Nickelback dead. No getting away from this one. Deco, he needs to try and save, but at this point, desperation. Right? There's just so little to hang your hat on. One win are going to be broke as 9 take 13. They'll have to eco around this rifle, presumably, unless they just want to force buy all the way down.
It's in the territory where they might full force. It is right on the brink this game. I guess they'll save and just at least guarantee some sort of rifle rounds, because they got a monstrous collapse from 9, and this one's pretty clean. Starting to...
Full loss bonus at this point, right? Third round off the half. 1900, 2400, 29
they'll be on
now,
max
34.
loss after if they eco the next, yeah. They'll be on max loss. This is 2-9.
Yep.
I think you got to eco this. I mean, you half by a little bit, but pick your poison. Pick your poison.
It's one of those we call looking bad.
Yeah, I remember on the first map we're talking about this kind of trifecta and how it's working. Travis, not the monster he was earlier in this series, unfortunately. Forrester never got his teeth into this map so far. Deco has had his moments, but yet to be an absolute game changer, let's put it that way.
Yeah. It feels bad when, I mean, we look at rounds, it's been either Boomich or Nickelback to swing them in the few opportunities that they've had, and that's just not how this is supposed to be functioning. They've got the stack in the right place. A little bit of an interesting play here out towards long. Catch that first kill. Now things get risky. You can see the reset. There's presence in connector. If they try and go through with this could get real weird. Deco's here with the rifle. He's down for the count. And while we're trying to retrieve the guns, they've lost version casualties. Uh-oh. Very lucky that they got the bomb past Travis. That's ambitious, but he felt he had to make the move, and now they've lost all the bodies in turn. Nickelback with just an AK. In a 1v3, does he try this? Probably not. Bomb will be down. He's going for the long reposition, so time will be a concern, even if he did attempt to go for it. Maybe just posturing for them to make a mistake, but no, it seems like Nickelback's going to try his luck. A 1v3 attempt here on deck. Maybe the fate of this map in his hands. As he attempts to inch forward. First player maybe spotted on the pixel. X-ray might have been deceiving there. Nickelback, though, gets the swing, and Kylar is up to the test.
Well, it got a little bit dicey, didn't it? 4A stack from 1 win. They had, I believe it was K clearing out B that incentivized them to come down connector, and he fell for a second. That could have got real scary. But nonetheless, these anti-ecos and anti-forces haven't been the cleanest, but this is, winning by an inch or a mile. It doesn't really matter in this situation. They've got such a massive buffer. And as we mentioned, whilst Boomish and Nickelback have had good maps, we need the star players, some of the best players in EU Challenger League, to prove why we feel that way about them right now if they want to turn this map around.
Little boost up. Trying to find this first kill. K on top.
They kind of need...
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. No. Damage, no kill. Damage, no kill, but he spots 2 players there. Does that tip them off at all? Travis finds the first, but it's traded elsewhere. Minio may not have realized they just crossed him. Is a counter boost developing here? What are they going for? A swing in. This is going to be so bold. Smoke coming over. Minio, what kind of damage can he find? They're looking for him. They're looking for this fight. Boomich has got it. Now an advantage here for 1 win, but they'll swing right into that monster play and wisely cancel that one. Everybody's here looking for the barrels fight, looking for the sight on sight. Goofy so good for it, and the bodies start to fall. Boomich rapping, but they knew he was here. They're looking for him. They're looking for him. They're wary of it. And Hades Hades is ready for the fight. Shot down, all on the Deco to keep them off a series point. Deco the first on the no-scope, but he's got no more. No more fuel in the tank. 9 get 10 shots at this.
So many opportunities, and this was the round where everything was in the favor macro-wise for 1win. 9 committed early, all in play. They're going to stack 5 towards B and just try and pump some sort of execute out. They get stalled out by the utility. 1win leave 1 in connector. They have Deco all the way back on the A bomb site, which has been instantly rotating into heaven. And it crumbles. It absolutely crumbles when they have the players in the right place. It doesn't seem to matter. 9. So many avenues to winning these rounds. The individuals are monsters. Late round, they're so much more composed. And look at this. It feels over. 3 on 5. Desperation is setting in.
Someone to be an absolute hero. Forrester's gonna go seek that first kill. He'll find it as well, but the trade is instant. Nade to chase. Still an advantage found, and they know the player's isolated. They spotted Deco, if I'm not mistaken. That bomb's dropped. Committed. Forrester is making this round happen. Somehow swinging it back around. 4 kills found. He's so relentless. And now the flank gone. Minio forced into the open. Oh, but Forrester here, he falters right at the end. Right at the finish line. Still a minute. Plenty of time to play with Minio. He is so low. And he's wary of the bomb. He knows where the last player is. Thinks that Deco could have already got around, but Deco is completely repositioning. Going for the upgrade that he knows exists. Minio frozen up in his
They're both in their own heads at the moment, aren't they? They're both, for different reasons, caught in 2 minds. Minio snuck down towards Monster. I think, from his perspective, he already had the bomb.
They meet back at the same place. They would have from the get-go. And it's Deco who comes out on top. So 1win live here. Alan Forrester. What a time to wake up.
It still feels like too little too late there, doesn't it? So many rounds required on the trot. Well, at least they've brought the money down to essentially nothing on a few of these terrorist players. If they win this, maybe a slight crack starts to form, but there's a long route to go. 9. Surely they're a little bit frustrated. 5 and 3 and a clean one of that, and they can't convert. He's doing a little bit better. Potentially getting, a tad flustered, knowing they're on the brink of that grand final spot, and they cannot make too many of those mistakes.
Minio right on top. Travis under serious pressure. He has no idea they've just slipped by him. They're looking for the play. Going to be late. The timing could be huge here for Travis, but he peeks at just the wrong moment. Thinks he has info, but all he knows...
Deco's in big trouble.
Nothing. Sign player down. Deco finds 1 at the very least, but then they lose the connector player. So now it's all this retake. It's 3 players coming from the B site. 3 players rotating through the same angle. And what is Nickelback waiting for? At this point, he's still slow in the rotation. You've got Boomich flying through the smoke to his death. That was their one trick, their one trap left in this round. There's no more utility. It's through the choke points. They must go. Forrester, the hero of the last, cut down. Nickelback being chipped away at. He's got no chance. He's got no opportunity. It'll be K to deal the finishing blow. Another monstrous map from the man. A monstrous series all told. And 9 are our first finalists. Grand finalist in this season of ESL Challenger.
Absolutely monstrous performance at the end. They look so flat on Mirage.